Welcome back, Exo Fighters, to another episode of introducing the basics of Exoprimal and features you really shouldn't miss out as you're starting the game, as the tutorial and the guiding system in the game isn't really all that great, and it is up to us players to figure out most of the systems and how they work, and in this video I'd like you all to check out your Exosuits rigs and modules section. If you're interested in further guides for Exoprimal, make sure to subscribe to stay tuned, but now let's dive in. Exoprimal has a fairly basic progression system, but nonetheless, there is still a system for it, and it is divided between your player rank and your exosuit ranks. As you play your war games, you will be leveling up both of these, but exosuits will be a bit harder to level up since if you want to keep balanced teams, you might be forced to play a bunch of different suits instead of just one, so that will likely hinder your progression. The first thing I would like to call your attention to is to make sure you're using the right rig for your exosuit that complements your playstyle. Immediately in the first few levels, you should be able to choose between three rigs: the cannon, aid, and the catapult. Cannon is an excellent rig in case you need further area damage and crowd control, but some characters like Murasame I really like to take aid on, as I feel melee characters do struggle with health, and aid is just the perfect one to keep me alive longer, so I imagine this also works well with Zephyr. Let's also not forget about Catapult for characters like Witch Doctor, but especially Skywave, as a super jump into the air really benefits these two characters since they're able to glide in the air, but I also like to take this sometimes with others as a Catapult is an excellent escape tool. So if you've been avoiding checking out rigs, definitely check them all out as they make a huge difference. Now onto modules. This is a really basic looking system and I have a few gripes with it, but it's a lot deeper than it looks. Modules are basically a 3-slot talent system you have for all your exosuits, and you can equip general talents here that you can unlock for all of your exosuits at the same time, such as Impact Reduction module, but exosuits can also unlock their unique class-specific talents as you level the exosuits up, such as Shock Therapy in the case of Witch Doctor. For general talents, I recommend immediately spending your coins to unlock and level them up all the way to level 5. These you can equip into all of your exosuits and will give you a huge boost in certain areas such as Crisis Module, giving you movement speed when your health drops lower than 60%, or Impact Reduction Module that I mentioned earlier, giving you a flat 5% damage reduction from dinosaurs with additional knockback reduction. And getting these up to level 5 is just a couple of thousands of coins, really cheap and easy to miss if you don't bother to check them out. General talents are also unlocked with your account level, not your exosuit level, so you will be unlocking these much earlier than the class-specific ones. Unfortunately, the exosuit-specific talents, on the other hand, are very few and basic looking. This is one of my gripes with the game, that I just really don't think 6 of these ability-changing talents are enough for the game. This is one of the cooler and more interesting parts for builds, and I just hope they're going to add more into the game. Now, as I said, they do look simple, but they actually have hidden bonuses that you won't see until you have them unlocked. Let's take a look at Barrage. Their first Blast Enhancer unique talent originally only shows that it increases the blast radius of your skip bomber grenades, a fairly basic and non-exciting upgrade that you might not want to purchase, and instead go for the impact grenade upgrade that gives you damage. But upon purchasing the skill and upgrading it, you notice it unlocks further benefits of the talent, such as increasing the ammo capacity in your weapon by 3 in my case, that goes up to 4 I presume, giving that much needed ammo that Barrage misses. In another example, let's take a look at Witch Doctor's movement skill talent called Safety Leap. Now, while Repair Leap is a very useful movement ability, it's mostly for your own safety and might not be so exciting. But Safety Leap will modify your Repair Leap by increasing its cooldown, but in return, each time you use the ability, it will give you 1 charge of your repair field back, which is a fantastic area healing ability, instantly giving huge value to your Repair Leap, and we haven't even seen if upgrading this skill will give it additional benefits or not. As you can see, modules can make a big difference for characters, so don't judge exosuits too early, as I'm fairly sure these modules will completely change how certain exosuits play and even give them some excellent builds. So make sure to experiment and look for those hidden upgrades on your talents, and also share them in the comments here if you have found other upgrades that add additional effects. But that's all I wanted to share in this rigs and modules video for now. I personally neglected them the first time as they seemed very mediocre, but I recommend immediately spending your money on them and look for those upgrades as they will be game changer for sure. Now, thank you for tuning in for another Exoprimal video, everyone. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe for more. But for now, enjoy the game, take care, and I'll see you all the next time.